Hey Exploration Nation, today we're going to check out the Tumbling Waters Nature Trail at Carter's Lake near Chatsworth, Georgia. I haven't been here in literally decades, and it's a half-mile trail in, half-mile back, and there's a small waterfall down here that's real pretty on the backwaters of the lake. So let's go check it out and see what we can see. Today is a beautiful day, especially considering that it's almost the middle of July. Temperature feels like it's in the 70s, and it was in the 70s a little earlier, which is unusually cool for this time of year, but the 90s will rebound tomorrow and on towards the end of the week. Now, one note about this trail is it's fairly popular, and so the likelihood of running into people is, I'd say, moderate. I'm here on a Wednesday, and the parking lot was full, and back when I used to come here from time to time, then the parking lot wasn't full up during the workday during the week, but it was now. But a lot of them just left. There's like 3 or 4 cars up there, so there might be a few people still back here. Yep, and that's what everybody should be following right there. Tread lightly. Part of leave no trace. If you bring it with you, take it back out. Don't leave empty wrappers or cans. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here. Buttercup sunshine. Okay. Trailblazes. Now that is really nice. Trailblaze. As I said in a previous video, the blazes aren't normally like that. They're usually painted on, and they repaint them once about every 30 years. I just met a couple of people coming back out, so you will meet a few back here most likely if you decide to come here. But this hike is worth it. The reviews online said lots of roots. They aren't kidding. I don't remember that about it when I was here last, but it's probably been 30 years since I've been here.
Hey there.
Hey, how you doing? So there could have been a lot of erosion taking place since the last time I was here. It's a very quiet and peaceful place. And the falls back here are pretty. They're small, but they are pretty. You're welcome. right down there, if you can see it through the trees, is Carter's Lake. And these are the backwaters. Alright. Met a few people here. It's alright, everybody's been nice, so it's still a very pleasant experience. And it's good to see people out instead of stuck at home with their electronics. There's nothing wrong with the electronics, but it's good and healthy to get out like this, spend family time, and so I'm glad to see it. I'll bet there's some crawdads that have been living there since 1967. When I was a child, I used to look for crawdads in creeks. I didn't do anything with them, just let them stay. I always enjoyed flipping the rocks over and seeing if there's a crawdad under there. And right now, it is super quiet. Now sometimes when it gets this quiet in the woods, that means trouble. Either severe weather approaching, which I don't think there is, but if there is, oh well, it's just water for the most part. Okay, here's where another trail branches off. And I don't know where that one goes. Don't believe I've been out that. But here's the blaze, and you can see the old blaze. This is what I was talking about. Blaze is not being repainted very often. Most trails I've been on have been blazed like that. And so you have to be right on top of it in order to see it. But we'll look for the next blaze to see which way to go. Don't ever assume that straight ahead is the way to go. The next blaze is right down there. And when you get to a blaze, if you have to stop and look ahead to see which way you're supposed to go, then by all means do so. And this one has an arrow on it to confirm you're going in the right direction. In fact, there are no birds singing or anything. It could also mean a predator of some kind in the area. So it's a good idea to keep your eyes peeled when you're in the wilderness. After all, this is their home, and we're just visiting. Most of the time, they won't bother you. You're being watched. I guarantee you there's half a dozen animals watching me right now that I don't see. But most wild animals keep their distance. But it's still a good idea to be situationally aware of your surroundings and take a look behind every now and then. I was hiking one time years ago and a bobcat started following me, and I don't know how long he'd been back there. when I turned around and looked. But he stopped when I stopped, and when I looked at him, he turned around and quietly, very quietly, disappeared into the woods. This trail was rated as easy to moderate. That's about right. It's a pretty decent little light workout. Another view of the lake right there. You can see through the trees. Lots of roots here and ahead. You can see the falls, maybe right through there a little bit. See more of the falls right there. We're headed for that bridge. We're just about there. Really great day for a hike. Still kind of humid, but temperature is about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than it usually is this time of year, and over what it was the day before yesterday. It poured rain, which, since it's this much cooler, must have been a little cool front coming through. So, great day to go hiking. And right after a rain is the best time to go see a waterfall. So, it's been a really good time to come overall. Now the trail branches off right here, and I don't know how far the overlook is, but today we're just going to check out the Tumbling Waters Trail, and that's it. Maybe come back another time and check out the overlook. About a mile is about all I can do these days, so maybe sometime when I'm more able, I can come back and check that out. That's something I forgot right there, and I don't know that I've ever been out through there. All right, made it to the bridge, to the falls. So let's go take a look. Right here are the falls. See? Very nice. Last time I was here, decades ago, my mother and I were here. The water was low enough to see it, but you can't see it now. But there's a flat rock out there that a copperhead was sunning itself on, so just a word to the wise. Another set of falls. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. See it through the trees. Right there. Well, that's the Tumbling Waters Trail, and I'm not going to record the trip back. I'll just see you at the trailhead. In the meantime, I hope you do consider coming here. It's well worth it. It's very pretty back here, and that is a sound that I never get tired of. Thank you all for coming along, and I will see you back at the trailhead. That wraps up the Tumbling Waters Trail here at Carter's Lake near Chatsworth, Georgia. Thank you so much for coming along. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.